Hi nail friends, I am back. I cannot believe it, I know. So I feel like I have so much to tell you. So I'm gonna do just regular talking right here, and then later on I'm gonna do a voiceover and explain to you what I'm doing to my nails. I just wanna get through some like basic stuff right now. So on my nails, I have the Apres Natural Square and Short. So that's what I have on my nails. So I just want to go over this because it's been a hot minute. I also have a coat of the OG Peel Base, and I'm going to be using my OG Dip Liquids. Now I wanted to talk about my nail mats. So you'll see I always have a paper towel over top of my nail mats just so that they don't get, too ruined when I'm going around my cuticle area and then have to wipe off because the the excess stuff, it hardens and then dries, and I don't want to ruin my mats. But these are from Napin Crafts, and you guys, they are my absolute favorite nail mats. And until the end of this month, she gave me a 10% off coupon code for you guys, which is just Trisha10. But I love how thin they are. They're very sturdy. They're double stitched. You don't have issues with too much padding where your bottles are going to tip over or anything like that. They are amazing. This is one of her Christmas ones. And here's another pattern that I have. And then here's another one, and I have one more, but it's underneath of a bunch of stuff on my desk, so I can't show you. But I also wanted to mention I'm going to be using this little hand prop thing. And I got this from, oh shoot, what's that called? Chaos. It's Chaos something. I'll link it down below. So you can store stuff in here, like could be like your liquids, whatever. And then the lid actually works as a hand rest, or on the other side you can flip it over and you can put your like dip liquids in there, or whatever, set your dip powders there. I am loving this thing. Just keep in mind, because I know people are going to ask what I'm using as my hand rest. Keep in mind that shipping does take a while. Mine was a little over a month to get to me. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get started on this mani. The colors I'm going to be using are Flippity Flip and Santa I Know Him. Flippity Flip is a gorgeous navy blue color, and Santa I Know Him was part of the Elf movie. It wasn't like a collection, but it was part of like her, oh shoot, what did she call it? It wasn't like a Christmas collection, but just like a all around, like holiday type collection. So, here, because I have Peel Base down, I'm just going to do a coat of the OG Dip Powder Pro Base. And the reason for this is that when you have Peel Base down, depending on what Pro Base you're using, if you put your Pro Base down on top of the Peel Base, it starts drying relatively fast. So when you do your first initial dip of dip powder, it kind of goes on uneven and really wonky looking. So putting that layer of Pro Base down, it just gives you an even coverage when you go back in with your first layer of Pro Base and your dip powder application. Some of you have made comments on my recent manis that I posted around and asked how I was, and just told me that you missed seeing my videos. And so where was I? Why have I been gone for like 3 weeks? Well, let me tell you, my entire family got COVID. So to avoid that, my kids have been doing cyber schooling the last 2 years. And when we pick up groceries, we do like a grocery pickup thing at Walmart. And I keep things sanitized. I make sure my husband has like hand sanitizer in the truck for like work and stuff like that. But he does go to work every day, and I knew that it could be a possibility, and it happened, unfortunately. So he actually got sick on a Sunday, and he had to go get tested. His doctor recommended him to go get tested, and so we kept him like quarantined. He had his, own space. We were taking what he needed to him so that he wasn't like moving around the house and all this other stuff. Well, Thursday came, and so he got sick on Sunday, and then Thursday came, and I'm like, me and the boys are good then, because it's been like 4 days and we're good. And so I was praying. I was really hoping we weren't going to get it. Well, yeah, we ended up getting it. So Friday I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning, and I was just freezing. My whole body was like shivering. I could tell that I had a very high fever just from the way that I felt. And my oldest son woke up Friday morning, and he was also sick. So then my youngest son got sick on Saturday. Thankfully, by the time we got sick, my husband was starting to feel a little bit better. I think the thing that stuck around with us the longest was the very bad fatigue and like body aches. So like even just walking up the stairs was horrendous. Like I needed a nap after. So he was able to kind of help us a little bit, but I mean, me being a mom, you have the responsibility, and you got to take care of yourself and then also take care of your kids. So I was trying to remember when I took my medications, and then remember when they had their medications, and making sure everybody was, getting enough fluids. And yeah, it was not a good time. But I would say a good week and a half to close to 2 weeks, it was not a good time. So we are all better though. I just had a doctor's appointment the other day just for like my yearly checkup, and like he said my lungs sounded good, my oxygen was good, all of that. So we are back to our normal. So I'm just curious, those that celebrate like Thanksgiving, did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Did you get to spend time with family? We thankfully were feeling better. We were not contagious anymore. We had been through our quarantine phase and all of that. And we were able to go to my brother's house, which we celebrate Thanksgiving at my brother's house every year, and then Christmas is always at my house. So we were able to go, and I mean, we still kept, our distance, and we weren't like hanging all over anyone or anything like that, but we were respectful and whatnot. But it was nice, and thankfully my husband got his taste back right before Thanksgiving. It was like 2 days before. But yeah, that was the main thing that like really bothered him, was how long he didn't have his taste for. So thankfully me and the boys didn't get that part of it though. But all right, back to the nails. So I am doing 2 coats of the Flippity Flip color. The little tool that I'm using around my cuticles is from OG Dip Powder. The other end of it has a like wax tool to pick up like chunky glitters. And I guess that these nails you could call like, I don't know, like a Starry Night type of nail, what I was going for. The Santa I Know Him glitter is absolutely gorgeous and would go with so many different colors because of all of the different glitter aspects that are in it. And it's a very, very fine glitter. So if you did this technique and you use a chunkier glitter, I would for sure encapsulate 1 or 2 times in clear dip powder just to encapsulate your nail. I didn't do that. So my ring finger was a tad bit like bumpy, but not that bad because this glitter was like very finely milled. Like it doesn't have a ton of bulk in it, so it was very easy to use. But I didn't encapsulate in clear. But if you find that you need to buff over top of your nails a lot, or you need to do a lot of filing, I would for sure do 1 to 2 coats of clear just to make sure you have that wiggle room to file so that you're not filing and buffing off your glitter. On my middle finger, I'm going to just do a really simple glitter ombre starting at my cuticle area. And when I do that, I kind of make a U shape. So I follow the shape of my cuticle area and my nail and just kind of make a U type shape. And that's it. And I make sure I clean up around my cuticles again, just because it makes the filing and buffing later on so much quicker, so that you don't have a ton of it to like clean up. So here I am taking my clear dip powder from OG Dip Powder and just going to dip my finger into that just to soak up the rest of the pro base that I have on my nail. Now I am going to be using a gel base coat. This is also from OG Dip Powder. This little palette that I'm using is from my friend Jessica's shop, JN Designs, and I'll leave that link down below. But I am going to be using a gel base. I know not everyone can use gels, but I just knew that this was going to be the route that I needed to go so that I had the time to draw on the design that I wanted without, because dip liquids dry really quick. Unless you had a super slow drying dip liquid and you worked fast, you could do this with dip liquids. I just chose to use a gel base just so that I had time to get my design where I wanted it to go, and all of that. So I do hate incorporating gel into my manis. I use it a lot, but like I know that a lot of people like strictly just using dip liquids and the dip powder. I like all forms of nail art and anything to do with nails. So I hope that me using gels, sometimes for things like this is okay with you guys. I know some of you can't use gels. Like I said, if you had a slower drying dip liquid, you could for sure do that with this method. So I'm just pouring over that Santa I Know Him glitter, letting it sit so it kind of can soak down into that wet gel, and then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. When I take it out of the nail lamp, I'm going to use a stiff brush and just brush off all of that excess glitter and powder, and also the same thing for my middle finger since I did the ombre with the glitter on there. If you need a suggestion for a slower drying liquid, the Sparkle & Co., their new low scent dip liquids are very slow drying, so that could be an option for you. Here I'm just showing you how I clean my palette. I just take a paper towel with some isopropyl alcohol and just wipe it off, and then I wipe my brush off on a paper towel and I'm good to go. Okay, so here, when I activate my nails, I like to activate and be able to just get into my filing routine and get it done. So I will use a faster drying activator and not use my OG activator at this step. When you're doing your top coat though, you want to make sure that you are using your OG activator and top coat together. They are designed to work together so that they don't contaminate. The OG dip liquids are very hard to contaminate, but I would not use another company's activator when you're doing the top coat application. And you can for sure use the OG dip liquids activator, you just need to be patient and let that completely dry. I'm saying between like 7 to 8 minutes. It is a slower drying activator. So if you don't mind waiting, go ahead and use strictly just the OG liquids, you know, and not bring in another company's liquids. I just personally, I like to activate and just wait like 2 minutes and be able to get in with my filing. But as far as using the activator with the top coat and stuff, it dries quickly. Like I'm saying, between like your nails will be dry like between 4 and 5 minutes. So here I am taking a paper towel with some more alcohol, and I'm making sure I'm really getting down in between my cuticles and the dip powder to pick up any staining. It is winter here, it is cold, and the air is very dry, so my skin is suffering. But my Northern Light skincare lotions and cuticle oils and stuff are really helping me. Especially at night, I slather that stuff on like no other. So that's just going to pick up some of that staining for you to get that off of your hands. So now here I'm going in with the OG activator and the top coat, and I do have a full video that I will leave linked up in the cards for you to watch on how to use that's just strictly on the OG top coat and activator. So like I said, doing this and not clear capping and encapsulating in clear, my my ring finger did have a little bit of, you could feel just like the waviness of my design. So if that bothers you, just make sure you encapsulate in clear before you go in with this, to finish your nails off. And Northern Light Skincare is actually going to be releasing her holiday scents really soon, and one of them is Fruity Pebbles. And you guys, you need it in every single scent, in every single form, every single whatever she has in Fruity Pebbles. You need to buy it when it releases. I am not kidding. I am absolutely obsessed with this scent. Like, I cannot stop using it. The other scent she has that I love is Berries and Cream. And I have to say that the Fruity Pebbles scent may be winning my heart over the Berries and Cream. I know I can't believe it either. So after my nails are completely dry, I will go in with my cuticle oil, and that's it. I hope you guys like this video. I miss you all, and I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.